I gotta do a little bit of work on my computer, okay?
Okay.
Unless you want to keep playing?
Yeah.
Alright, let's play. Okay, ready and go. Dear Journal, this is a video all about 2023, so we never forget what happened.
It ended super, super special, but there are some things that we didn't show you. Okay, before we get into how it ended all epic, this year, our family is in the pocket. I love our little family pocket.
Explain the
right now.
pocket.
The pocket is no babies, no diapers, super capable children that are just fun and happy and gung-ho. We don't have any like teenager moodiness. Like, we're just in a pocket of goodness. I love our kids right now so much.
That is a good pocket. I personally believe that every family can have like their different stages that feels like the pocket. I think that's the important thing. I think that's the lesson here is what is your situation and are you in the pocket? Are you in the good old days? And have you realized that and are you embracing it?
Oh, we're embracing it. Okay,
Let's
talk about each kid. Let's talk about Dorothy. Dorothy in 2023, she's your dream girl. What sport did she play, babe?
She did flag football, and I am so sincerely proud of this girl. I think she had gotten exposed to it. Maybe like the boys at recess were playing football, and Dorothy could either pretend we're cats with the girls, or go play football with the boys, and she chose football. So she would come home from school, and she would want to play catch with me. Ready? My bad. And so we just passed the football like till sunset, and I loved every minute of it. Oh, nice. Wheel route. Bam, take out, boom, go along, okay? Set, hut. Take one, take two, go. Hey! All right, seam route. Set, hut. Oh, what a catch. And then one day, my buddy.
Yeah, luckily one of your buddies coaches his boys. And
Yeah.
he was like, Dorothy could play. And we were like, okay.
So I was like, all right, we're gonna take Dorothy just to one practice and see how it goes, and we'll go from there. I will never forget that practice. I was so nervous, I was so scared, but to see Dorothy, who was like definitely nervous, whether she showed it or not,
yeah.
You could tell she was nervous. That's just a very awkward situation to show up and there's 100 boys and you're the one and only girl. And what did she do? She just jumped in line. They were doing like passing lines, sprint lines, like warming up. She just jumped in line.
It was so fun.
It was so fun. The first practice, the boys were treating her different. They would kind of like giggle about her and make fun. They didn't want to like stand next to her or be on her team. Like they treated her like an outsider. But pretty quickly, as she proved herself and her athleticism.
Say what happened, like at the very first practice. Remember when they were like sitting on the bench and like one of the boys said something kind of crude or something?
Oh, right. So there's this situation where a boy on the team showed up late, and you could tell he was like the hotshot star of the team, and he's like lacing up his cleats, and he looks out and sees a girl, and he says something like, "Who's the girl?" And the boy who was taking a water break next to him was like, "No, her name's Dorothy. She's actually pretty good." And I was sitting behind just being like, oh my gosh. So as practices and games went on, Dorothy just got better and better. And it just went from the team kind of being almost embarrassed that like,
we've got this girl.
To, yo, we've got this girl, her name is Dorothy, and just wait. And anytime Dorothy would like get a catch or pull a flag or get an interception, they would just, oh, like they were so hyped and supportive that the girl on their team was rocking it.
She's got style, she's got grace, she's a winner. She's a lady. Oh, she's a lady.
Oh, there.
Double time? Yeah. Maybe not everybody. Yeah.
Yeah, Dorothy, yeah, Dorothy.
Get her. Oh!
Oh.
Take it to the house, take it to the house. Take it to the house. Take it to the house.
Nice, Dorothy!
Hey, young back in my got bigger. Pretty face and a real nice figure.
Go, Dorothy.
Oh, go! Go! Dorothy! Let's go! Big six. Yo, Dorothy with the pick six. What's up? Moral of the story is, Dorothy, we're so proud of you. You're just so brave. You're so brave.
She's so good at trying new things. Like,
and
the
not
amount
caring
of new
what other people
yeah.
think and worrying about what, you know, their opinions of her. She just goes for it. She knows what is right. She knows about life. We could all just be a little more like
We
Dorothy.
should all be more like her.
Make it to the rock wall. Don't let her get you, okay? On your mark. Get set. Go. Oh, Cali, move. Bob and weave. Oh, all right. Come back. Okay, this time, just scream as loud as you can. When she gets close to you, just scream. Say, stop. And when she stops, then you run, okay? Deal? Okay, ready? Okay. Go. Hurry, she's not looking. Oh, good. She didn't get it. Go. Go. Oh, go! Oh, jeez, takedown. Hey, make sure he's okay. Get to that rock wall. Ready? All right. Rainbow, blue, 42. Say hut. Okay, fast. Go. Oh. Go, go, go. Go. Yeah. Do a dance.
Dorothy, you're doing great. Good ball, Dorothy.
Whoa, dude. Yeah, Dorothy! Oh! Oh, nice!
We've shared how Manilla started dabbling in breakdancing.
All right, you want me to video? Okay, go. Yeah! Dabbling, he's obsessed with
But this year he went to the moon with it. Luckily, we live on a small island and there is one professional breakdancer
Who's just the best teacher and such a good friend of Manilla.
So I'm gonna zoop step, okay? And then it's a salsa step. From here, spin drop, okay? Yeah, if you need to do that, let's go for it. Very nice. Boom, drop, spin to your right.
And he comes over once a week, and then Manilla goes to a class and takes breakdancing. And he went from just making up breakdancing to like, oh, now he's legit. He knows all the moves and is like constantly spinning on the floor, constantly.
Mom.
Yeah.
Then what?
You know what I love? How much it's influenced every aspect of Manilla's life. Manilla at school is now the cool guy who breakdances. He was in the talent show.
You're a little nervous. Don't be nervous. What are you doing for us today?
Breakdancing?
Then Manilla at soccer is the cool guy who can't dribble the soccer ball without doing a cool spin move.
Yeah, let's go. Nice ball!
Go to the middle!
You got it.
To go, Manilla!
Nice, Manilla.
Manilla's just dancing with the soccer ball now.
Yeah.
And then even in surfing, I was like, dude, you gotta pop up a little bit. Pretend like you're breakdancing on the surfboard. Boom, got it.
I took him to Oahu to go see like a legit breakdancing competition. And the whole time I was like, this scene is awesome. There were, I don't know, maybe 100, 150 people there, and it was just the most encouraging young kids, adults from all over the world there breakdancing. And I was like, I would love to be a part of this scene with Manilla the rest of my life. It was so cool.
Wait, as like, you're a breakdancer?
No, like a mom, like a dance mom.
I would love to be a part of this scene. Dear Manilla, you've got a really good mom. I remember when you told me like, hey, I'm taking Manilla, we're flying to Oahu to watch breakdancing. All right, go for it. And that's a good mom.
That is a good mom.
When you got home and you showed me that video where they're like, you know, it's just older grown men breakdancing and they're like, hey, Manilla, you want to turn? Like, go for it.
Just
and
go.
he went for it.
And he did it.
Was he scared?
You couldn't pay me enough money to go jump
I was scared
into a
watching
little
him.
mini stage and just like do some
Good.
moves.
Good.
But he did it, and that's just what you do. And everyone was cheering him on, and everybody on. It was a really cool vibe.
Manilla, you've just been a really happy boy lately, and I just gotta say, like, I think you're cool. I look up to you.
I think he knows
No,
it.
I look at him all the time. So like, this is a cool kid. I like him.
He knows it.
You're awesome, Manilla. Manilla, are you a keeper? Manilla, they're just a bunch of Dorothys.
Pass it, Manilla, pass
Oh, wow. Oh, wow.
it. Okay. Shot, Manilla!
Oh! What the hero goal.
That's Manilla, that's you, buddy! Take a shot!
Oh!
Yeah, buddy, almost! Have it, Manilla, shot! Wow!
Keep it up, Manilla.
Yes, Manilla.
Oh, he got it. Yeah. Yeah, Manilla. Good save, bud. Oh, wow. Oh! Dominant!
and our youngest, Callahan. This kid.
We got to start from the beginning where he had almost zero interest in doing soccer. Which in this family...
we need to find the video somewhere on my phone from last year, 2022, where there was one soccer game. You were out of town, you were gone, and I took him up, and he was just in a mood, and he did nothing, and he stood there and just glared at me on the field. Whole game's going around him, and Kelly's just like...
staring at you, being like, I'm not doing this.
Typical, like, youngest, like, bratty little kid.
So finally, he signs up for the soccer league with a good buddy, and I was like, all right, like, I'll do it if my friend is doing it. And it was still, like, he just didn't understand the game, or he didn't play as if he understood the game. He wasn't motivated. It was... Cali, get going.
The after is just
Standing around dancing.
Oh, nice. Yeah, Cali.
oh, Cali.
It was pretty terrible out there until I decided to take every parenting book of advice and just tear it up and do what you should not do. And I just bribed the kids so hard with shaved ice. I said...
Shave ice.
Yeah.
That's how you say it in Hawaii. Shave ice.
Shave ice.
Go, Cali!
Yeah, boy! Yes! Oh, he worked for that one. I said to my boy, Cali, if you score 1 goal, I'll take you for shave ice. If you score 2 goals, you get 2 flavors. 3 goals, 3 flavors. 4 goals, we're putting ice cream at the bottom of your shave ice. But it's up to you, buddy. It's up to you. Oh! Kelly! Yeah! Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, bud. Hey, but the game's not over. The game's not over. Oh, miss.
That was a money goal. Nice, Cali.
What the heck?
Dude, he's lighting it up. Yeah, the pass. Go.
Oh, and a pass. Oh.
Papa gave him some one-on-one.
Great job, bud!
Cali's lighting it up.
You want to know why?
Because you're here.
Bribes.
What have you bribed him with?
Cali, how many is that?
Dude, good job, guys.
No. The very next game, like no extra training or practice or anything, the very next game, all of a sudden he just knows how to dribble, he knows how to shoot, he knows which way to go, he knows how to play defense. Like, he knew all along. He was playing us. He knew all along.
I
And
feel
he was
like
good all
it's just
along.
that typical, like, he fits like the quintessential like birth order stereotype so hardcore, where he's just smart,
Smart.
so manipulative, like knows how to get things. But with that said, he crushed it on the soccer field this year. It clicked. I mean, yes, your bribery, whatever.
It works, parents.
But
Hey,
it
parents, if you want some
helped,
advice out there.
And
It's called shave
he
ice.
did great. He was running all around. He was super
But
focused
that's
during
the
the
thing.
game.
Once he had that first game, and then it clicked, and he's like, "Oh, it's
Oh,
fun
it is fun
to
to play.
score. It's fun to pass. It's fun to play with your team." Then he just started being self-motivated and just tearing it up. He's a yeah. That's his defensive stance. Yeah, Kelly.
Did he just score? Oh wait, what does shaver mean?
Hey, awesome penguin celebration. 2, did you do a burpee mid-game?
Wait, what? No. No, buddy.
We thought you do a burpee.
Yeah, we saw you just
No,
went.
he goes, I go, push up, boys, push up. And he goes, okay.
Does a push-up?
Focus next to the other person. Does the other person got 50? Yes.
Mom keeps saying push-up, and Kelly keeps doing push-ups.
Wait, was that the right goal?
Yeah.
Yay, Cali!
Coach, no kissing the players.
No kissing.
Callie with another buzzer beater. Yeah, bud. Hey, coach, no kissing the
Cali,
players.
give me a hug.
Then became the next lesson of life of a soccer player, how to celebrate. At this point, he's scoring so many goals, so I was like planning his celebrations with him.
Okay, this is such a Garrett G thing because I score a goal in soccer and I do a solid little fist pump.
You put your head down so no one will draw attention to you, and you walk
Yeah,
off.
yeah. And then Garrett's just the typical like,
Taking the shirt off, running. Ah, it's so fun.
all the things. And Cali, my favorite one.
Go, Cali, go! Shoot now!
Oh!
He scores,
Just points
points right
at
at
you.
mom. And I was like,
All right, Callie, you knew you had it in you all along. You knew it, didn't you?
Go, Cali!
And the celebration. Wow, Callie. I'll explain it to him.
Cali, you got a hat trick. Oh, shoot! Yeah!
yeah, buddy.
Oh, the airplane.
Go take it all the way, buddy. Put it in.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah!
Wow. Okay. The penguin. Oh, penguin fell.
All the way, Cali, all the way, bro.
There's that back post.
Pass it, Cali, pass it. Pass it, Cali, look for the pass. Pass, Cali, pass it.
Cali, pass!
Good pass.
Oh, bud.
Oh, what a shot. Oh, he's going, he's going.
Cali, pass it! No! No, no! Yes! Get it! Yes!
Oh.
That guy has it.
Oh, that's a sweetie.
Okay, boys, bring it in. Go get some water.
This is coach teaching these kids.
To burp. I'm teaching him to burp.
Good job. Okay, go line up.
Why is mom teaching them how to burp?
Ready, Kai?
Yeah.
Okay, focus. Oh my gosh. Kai, you're excellent.
Let's go.
Oh! All right, now are you ready to talk about the madness of the business side of 2023?
It was a crazy busy year.
I'm glad we got to share the family side of things because everything we just showed is such an important part to this story. That at the end of the day, we're a family. And yes, we have big dreams. And yes, we're trying to work as hard as we can. But it goes back to what you said about the pocket. I actually called my dad. Sorry. It was really weird. It's happening right now. I can't remember what I called him. I called my dad on the phone, and my dad answered the phone and just says, "Hey, Garrett." And as soon as, it was weird. As soon as he said that, being a dad is hard. Being a man in today's world is hard. You're just being pulled a lot of different directions at the same time to provide for your family, to work harder for your family, but then at the same time, to just be with your kids and spend quality time with your family. There's a lot of things at once. And I've just done my very best. And so I actually called my dad to just tell him thank you. It was after I took the kids on that camp out. I was like, my dad would take me camping all the time. It's a lot of work, and I never realized how much work it was until I tried to take my own kids camping. And so I was just gonna call my dad, tell him a quick thank you. And he answered the phone, he's like, "Hey, Garrett." For some reason, when he said that, just hearing his voice, it was like I reverted back to like my childhood boy self. And I just immediately felt like how hard I've been trying lately to be a good dad. And well, I just started crying on the phone. I don't think he knows this. I just kind of held it against me. And I couldn't talk, so I was just like, "What are you up to?" And then he started just kind of telling me stories about horses and mules and whatnot, and life on the farm. And I'm like,
Garrett's dad lives literally on a farm.
And I'm sobbing on the other side. He has no idea until I gathered myself. And then I was like, "Hey, you want to know what's been going on in my life?" And even though I had the most crazy news that had just happened just prior in my business life, all I wanted to talk about was the kids and Dorothy and her flag football and Manilla and his soccer, Cali and his soccer. So let's start there.
Why did you cry? I don't think anybody has a better work-life balance than you.
But it's not in balance.
No,
there's zero balance about it.
No, but I think you come from a very privileged and I understand you're so grateful to be where you're at, but for someone and you've always been like this, rewind back to 2012 when you were building Scan, you were always working so hard on this app. Meanwhile, you had a wife, you had a brand new daughter, and you played on the soccer team. And you had this company that ended up selling for millions and millions of dollars, and meanwhile you had a family. That's what's always been so fascinating to me. Early on in our marriage, we went to this entrepreneurial and their wives speech kind of a thing back in Utah. And it was one of those things where I could just see that a lot of the wives just didn't see their husband, because when a husband is working on a business, it is 10,000% into the business.
I remember on the panel when they were going one by one, it was look, you just got to get used not to seeing your husband so much. It went one by one, and then it came to us, and we were kind of
oh yeah, we don't do that.
It different.
Yeah, we don't do that.
We're together 24/7, and we talk about everything, and the ins and outs of business, and now we do it together.
Yeah. So with that said, I feel whether it was back in 2012 or 2023 and 2024, you do a phenomenal job of always putting family first, putting me first, putting the kids first, and and working so hard. You're nonstop.
this is what I had to come to terms with, is that there's not a balance, and it's not necessarily about balance. It's almost more about like bringing everything in harmony together. So I can go full speed at everything, but as long as everything somewhat works together, like the bucket list family is our work, but the bucket list family is our family, and it is our hobby, and it's our passion. So I can go full steam on everything as long as it works together in harmony, because it's not in balance.
I think that's the perfect way to say it, because you've kind of hit the jackpot with being able to have your family, your work, and your work and your family, and them just so intertwined, which I think more people can and should do. But you're right, you've found a life that all works together. So, with that said, are we gonna give a...
It wasn't supposed to be emotional, but now we need to give a full recap of this is where the family business is at. This is how 2023 ended. It's a crazy story. Says that National Geographic and the Bucket List Studios are officially becoming partners. All right, let's tell the story in chapters, 7 chapters. Chapter 1 is...
We had an incredible offer from a huge network.
We won't say them by name because we have nothing but like respect and gratitude to them, but we took one meeting with them, showed them our vision for the Bucket List Family cartoon and just everything we had in mind. And the very next day they make us an offer, and we thought we had made it. We thought that was the golden ticket, let's go for it. Before signing the deal, I felt just in my heart, there's no other way to explain it other than I felt it, that it was not the right path for our business, not the right path for our family. Fast forward, and what happened to that network?
They completely got rid of their family arm, like completely. So had we signed with them, which I'm so glad,
the project would have been just canceled.
It would have been scrapped. So I'm so glad you listened to your gut, because at the time I was like, really, you want to go do this on your own?
A lot of people were upset with me and questioned me. Crazy, right?
Yeah, that was a really interesting experience for both of us to see. But following your gut and your intuition.
Well, and that led us to my favorite chapter, chapter 2, when we put out a pitch video inviting other people to become real investors, real owners in the Bucket List Studios.
Okay, that had never, ever, ever been done to that scale. We used a platform, and it had all sorts of kinks and struggles, and it was chaos at its finest.
To enable people to invest a very small amount, as low as $100, and get real equity and real ownership in a company, the laws had changed in the US just like that same year, that same month, enabling us to do that. And so, we put out this pitch video. I remember we put it out on a Sunday, and then we sat down in bed next to each other, opened up our laptop, and at the end of this video, we put a link to a form saying, fill out this form if you're interested, and just put how much money you would like to commit to the Bucket List Studios. We opened it and we watched that spreadsheet just fill up so rapidly. I remember having, I think it was you had a goal of like, what if it raised $1 million or something? And I remember kind of shooting you down, being like, we can't get that many people to like a photo on Instagram. How are we gonna get that many people to give us money and support this dream of ours?
Well, and for me, I remember I was very much of the opinion that whoever invests should be a accredited investor. To me, investments, and we've learned this because we've been in entrepreneurship in like the tech world for years, it's very risky, and I didn't want to risk anybody's money who couldn't afford it. And so I was like, they have to be an accredited investor, which has a whole list of
And it would have meant that in order for somebody to be involved, they would have had to invest $100,000 or more in that area.
To me, it was like, oh, well, these people know what they're doing. They have the money to take the risk. But then you, literally minutes before this thing went out, you were like, I'm going to change it. Why should only the rich be able to get richer? I want to open this up to people at any level. And I was like, oh.
It was literally 5 minutes before the video went out. And I go to the form and I switch it from $100,000 to $100. Anyone can participate.
So we were thrilled and surprised, and it, like I said, it was chaos to have.
Oh, it was absolute chaos. I remember taking notes in my journal and putting, this is what it hit at the minute that we launched. This is what it hit at the 10-minute mark, at the hour mark, and then at the 24-hour mark, we had $43 million committed from 50 different countries. The people, it was 30,000-ish people around the world that represented 50 different countries. The title of the video was literally Reasons Why Not to Invest. And we did our best job to point it out, like, startups are risky. This is not going to be my main focus. My main focus is going to be my family. And here's 8 other reasons why you should not invest. And so to see how much support came in, $43 million is a lot of money, and we did not want to give away the farm. So it was a really, really unique situation where we went back to people and said, hey, we are so grateful that you committed this much money. Would you be willing to take that and lower it all the way down to just $100? I took the time. Anyone who committed $100,000 or more, I called them on the phone just to thank them, have a conversation with them, and then ask them, would you be willing to lower your investment to $100? Because at that point, we just wanted to include as many people as possible. So how it panned out is we had 30,000 people invest just $100 for a total of $3 million. And then there were past investors that I had worked with, people who, when I called them on the phone, convinced me to let them put in more. And they totaled, the larger investors totaled for $7 million total. So all in all, when we closed our first funding for the Bucket List Studios, it was $10 million, which didn't realize it at the time, but kind of crazy thinking back to that initial offer. And when we walked away from $10 million, only then to turn to our audience around the world and raise $10 million.
Chapter 3.
Building a team. I think the moral of the story here, just to skip right to the end, is we're obviously doing things different. We're new to this, I'm new to this entire industry, but I've always kind of felt motivated in exactly that if we want to build something different, we need to do it in a different way using different people. And when we hired a team, when we built this dream team,
it's not like we hired anybody who had like built a cartoon before.
We got one guy who's in the industry.
We got one guy who's in the industry.
And he's our expert. All the rest of us, we're new. So this was the plan all along though, is if we can build a small team that is just talented, passionate, and hardworking, then we together can come up with the big vision and the big plan and like the creative bits that matter most to us, and then we can hopefully partner with a bigger network or studio to help bring that big vision to life.
Yeah.
And that is the best of both worlds. That allows me to work with a small team, but work on a big vision.
Totally.
So that was chapter 4, coming up with our big vision and the game plan to bring it about. From the beginning, our main focus has always been the content, but oh my goodness, is it long and expensive to create a cartoon. So in the meantime, we also had merch and software, and we built that to help keep our young, small company afloat. So it's just meant the world to us. Anytime somebody supports us, whether they're buying a small t-shirt or a backpack, it helps our company so much.
You've done a great job of creating really cool products. The backpacks especially, I think, are so beautiful and just add to the brand that you've created.
Well, it's been super interesting because most of the time someone would create a cartoon and then they would take the cartoon characters and put it on a cheap backpack. We've done the opposite, where we've created these really cool, adventuresome backpacks.
Super high quality.
The cartoon's not even out yet, but how cool will it be if your child has this backpack and then further down the road they're watching the cartoon and there's their backpack by these same cartoon characters. So cool. All right, so this is where things got real hectic and crazy and busy. Chapters 5 and 6 basically happened at the same time. Chapter 5 was us as a team getting to work and just being creative, writing the script, creating the merch, working on the software, where chapter 6 was me going on this solo mission to just try to find the perfect partner for us. Is that a big network? Is that an indie studio? What does that look like? That was me just going crazy, trying to pitch everyone, making sure I was on everyone's radar. Everyone in the industry knew who I was, what we were working on, what we were looking for.
You literally pitched everybody.
Everyone.
Every production studio.
Sorry guys,
in
I pitched all of
Vancouver.
you. I knocked on everyone's door, I met with everyone. Hello. Oh, fun. It was really interesting to just pitch all of these networks because it went really well. I don't know if I pitched someone who didn't want to work with us. It was awesome. It was really encouraging to see, to share with them our vision and see their eyes light up and them get so excited and they wanted to work with us. But then it was me. I was the one being a diva, being like, is this the right one for us? Is this the right fit? And it was a really tough call.
But also on the other side, I feel like every pitch you had was like people's eyes would light up or they would be crying because they were like, this is the best thing I've ever seen. Like,
why am I crying? This is a cartoon.
I remember the entertainment industry, my friends, is a beast.
It's slow.
We are used to the tech world.
So slow.
Garrett could, think of an idea, work super hard and bust out an app within a week, and entertainment industry does not work that way.
I would have the most incredible pitch meeting. They would say, we love it, we want it, let's set up a meeting right away. What are you doing 3 weeks from now? I'm like, what are you doing 3 hours from now?
Well,
Like, let's do this, let's get to work. And then I just would hear over and over, this is how the entertainment industry works. People, that's how the I'm gonna change it. Mark my words.
It was
I'm gonna change it.
and it is infuriating.
It doesn't need to.
And a lot of times, these networks have their own plans, and even though they love it, it doesn't mean it fits into their box, into their plan.
But this is what's tough for small companies like us, is we have our budget, we're paying people salaries, we're trying to stay afloat as a small company.
Yeah.
So when they drag things out months or years, we're running dry, we're drowning, and we're trying to survive. And there are these big corporations that just don't care to speed up. And so it's been really hard. It's been really hard.
Totally.
One of the hardest and yet motivating, let me explain. We get messages on the daily of people being like, hey, I invested. Where's the update? Like, what's going on? When I would get these messages, I feel like there were two tones that people would have. One is like, I'm so excited what you're doing, like excited to hear updates. And I'd be like, oh, I want to give you an update. And I would think to myself, I've got two options here. I could respond to these 30,000 messages like all day, or I could work and spend my time building this into a successful business. And right now it's not. You could argue that the business is struggling and it's small. It's like every startup, like it could crash any day. So you're just doing everything in your power to make this a success. And it's like, so I could respond to all of your many messages, or I could make this company a success. I know that's what you really want.
It's
so I'm gonna work on the company.
And that is what maybe the downside of bringing on 30,000 plus investors is. You have 30,000 voices being like, yo, what's up? How's it go? You know what I mean? Like checking in and wanting to know.
And the majority of them were just curious and supportive. But then there were a lot. There were enough that were just critical and being like, I knew you weren't gonna be able to do it. Like, I haven't heard anything. I want my money back. And those ones, interestingly enough, are super motivating to me. Anytime somebody doubts me, it's always super motivating to me. So there's those ones too where I'm like, awesome, I needed that today. Wasn't feeling super motivated today. Thank you, let's get to work. So, but all in all, I take it on me. I have not communicated as well as I should have or wanted to, but that's why. I'm just being transparent and honest here of like, I have just focused on trying to make this successful and made the choice, look, in order to do that, I just got to get to work and work as hard as I can. And if we do it and we become successful, then that solves all the problems and I can answer all the messages at once.
With that
by
said,
creating it a
though,
success.
Startups are so risky and they have these highs and lows, and I think you're doing things exactly right.
So if you message me, I'm sorry if I didn't respond. If you were supportive, thank you. If you were not supportive, kind of thank you. I get it, and it's on me. I accept it. All right, and with that, we get to lead to the final 7th chapter and the big news. The big news that we've been
But this one was the
on.
longest time coming, and hence why there's been no update for forever, is because this takes forever.
At the beginning of 2023, we heard from my dream partner. Oh man, it was almost like at the back of my mind the whole time when I was like getting offers from these other studios or networks and being like, I don't know if this is right, like we're gonna have to pass for now. Maybe in the back of my mind, I was holding out for the number one on my list. Because if I could take any brand, any partner in the entire world, it would have been National Geographic. So at the beginning of 2023, they reached out to us and said, we have just loved so much working with Jess on her book. We would love to talk to you about your cartoon, your studio. And I've just got to give you your praise and your shout out, because I have told this to the team that you were a golden key in this entire process because of how lovely you are to work with and just a good partner. And you also showed them, you introduced the National Geographic team to the power of the bucket list community around the world. That when you would share something, their excitement, when your book came out and just had record-breaking sales, like all of that showed them and gave them confidence in the beauty and power that is the bucket list community around the world. And so when they wanted to begin conversations about National Geographic becoming the future home of bucket list content, this is where the problem came in. Once my heart attaches to something,
Oh. But here's the thing.
I wanted
Okay,
it.
think about
It
it
was
though.
perfect.
Is there a better home anywhere else? No.
there's not.
There's not.
And it goes both ways.
There's not a bigger, more well-respected brand that exists.
And how much it's just meant to us as, young aspiring travelers growing up.
Yeah, for sure.
And what it represents just to the entire world. And this is what I love, how harmonious and synergistic this partnership is.
December, what was the day?
It was December 20th. And it just gotten to the point where like they said, look, the holidays are upon us. Let's wrap this up next year. And okay, I'm gonna admit to you guys something that is just the most diva thing. Don't judge me for it.
No, we had to talk you off a ledge.
Yeah, I was
'cause
ready to-
you were
I was
about
ready to blow up the whole
walk
thing.
away.
They said, don't worry, we'll wrap this up at the very beginning of 2024. I wanted to close it in 2023 for the most diva of reasons, and I understand that. I remember on the phone telling the legal team, guys, I'm logical enough to know that if this deal closes 20 days from now, in the grand scheme of things, like it's not gonna change much or matter much for the business. But for me personally, there's something inside me that wants to close this deal in 2023, not 2024. Trust me, let's make this happen. And that's about as much as I could tell him, because they're lawyers, and at this point they weren't really connecting or clicking or caring about the creative desires of my heart. And so I just had to tell him, please close this in 2023. I will make it worth it. If you close this in 2023, you have my full passion, excitement, dedication, and that's a good place to be with me. Do you know why? Do you know why 2023 was so important to me? I don't know if you know why. Don't judge me for this. I couldn't say it on the legal call. I kind of just kept it to myself because people were going to judge me.
It's ridiculous.
2023, if you were to add up those numbers, equal 7. But also 2023 just so happens to be the 100-year anniversary since one of my heroes, Walt Disney himself, started the company Disney. So how cool, what a special part to this story if 100 years later, after Walt Disney started his company, that the bucket list family comes into the fold. I understand that that's ridiculous, but at the end of the day, if you have somebody creating for your company, don't you want them to be a little bit ridiculous? Don't you want them to be stubborn to the story and the small details?
That's you.
So you're saying yes? So it was the end of the day on December 20th that we get the contract. It came in by email. I took a screenshot and then I responded to them saying, do I have to sign this right now or can I wait a little bit? And they're like, yo, what? You want to wait? And I was like, I just want to wait till the kids get home from school so we can do this together as a family. All right, don't wait too long, but you can wait till your kids get home from school. So I set up a whole scene. It was right in front of the Christmas tree. And then I remember opening up my computer and being like, this is a big monumental occasion. And this little like DocuSign email where I click it once and it's done, not that cool. So
what does Garrett G do?
I designed my own contract. We signed it as a family.
To make it a thing.
And it was the best
But
day
you
ever.
framed it. And it's sitting in our bedroom.
So when we sign this, this means that we're gonna do it all together as a family.
Okay. Awkward. Cali likes to say it a lot.
Okay. Should we do this?
You gotta commit, Daddy. Daddy, how do you do it? You're in or you're out. Pressure's on. You want to do it? Pressure's on. He did. Ooh.
Alright, Mom, you go next.
What? Can I do? Is that
However you want to. Alright. Yeah.
Are we gonna frame it, Daddy?
Yeah, right.
Okay, that's
Alright, Cali, you're the last one.
It's
good, Manilla.
Okay, guys, let's watch Cali do it.
Yeah.
It's a really special opportunity for us, guys. So if you want to hear like more deep dive into the nitty gritty businessy entrepreneurial side of things, we just did a podcast with Colin and Samir that are the voices, the experts of everything of the creator industry. Go check that out.